Hello. Hello, hello, hello. One moment. Think I should have figured out we're working before I started streaming. Um, okay, everything looks good. Everything looks good. Sorry, I'm just making sure that my stream exists and is not like buffering or anything. But it all looks good. All looks chill. Okay. As per usual, OBS is lagging because it hates me. Hello, hello. Yes, we are here. We are queer, and we are here for the gay people. We're here for the Wriolette event. It's not actually their. Listen. It's their event, and we all know it. Let's just accept that fact. I do of course have my new Blood and Rio sleep plushies with me because I am obsessed. Yes. Okay. Alright. We can probably just jump in one more second. Hold on, sorry. My OBS really hates me. Alright, all should be good, though. We are, hold on, let me start recording. There we go. We are doing the Whirling Waltz event today. This is it's their event in all but name, truly. This is the event where, due to process of elimination of playing Excafiere's story quest and the new Archon quest, Nuvlat gets stabbed. Well, that was fun. My OBS hates me. Now we're on the gameplay scene. We're on the. It was on there for a while. I'm sure of it. Yeah, no, it was on there for a while, but then it went away and then it came back, which is fun. Okay. Everything's ready. We can jump in. Yes. So Nuvlight gets stabbed this event, which is fun. I'm sure that won't make me cry. It's a good thing I have my emotional support plushes on standby. On a stroll through the court of Fontaine, when you and Paimon head over to a newsstand to purchase a copy of the Steambird, you unexpectedly overhear the familiar voices of old friends. Before you know it, you've been invited to into a very special conversation. Please never put white text on a very colorful background again. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to put up with the little demon in this event. Aja is here. But yeah, Aja and Kinich, I still don't know how to pronounce his name, are my, the only downside of this event is that they're seemingly playing a large part in it. But yeah, let's go. Okay. I'm gonna set it today. Hold on. Also, I have heard from, I don't need to go that far along. I have heard that, so I've avoided pretty much every spoil. Like, I haven't been spoiled at all for this event yet. But I have heard that, thankfully and excitingly, pretty much all the Fontaine characters are voiced in this event, which is so exciting. I think the only two that are missing their voices are Charlotte and Sejuin, but I don't know how big of a role they play in the event anyway. Like, I know Sejuin you can invite to, help out at the park or anything in, the minigame section. But I don't know how important she's gonna be to the main story, but everyone else is voiced. Kenichi. Okay, so I was close. Exciting.
Hey, there's a newsstand over there.
Oh God, I'm not gonna have to talk tonight. I'm not gonna have to talk tonight. That's weird. I'm so used to like being in the voice acting headspace when I'm streaming because I've been doing like a bunch of voices for the past few streams. Like since I started streaming again after my break. It feels odd to not be voice acting.
We know our Fontanian friends
I can just
love a little drama. There's no
listen, I love drama too, Paimon. I love drama too, Paimon. Don't fault them for that. I completely lost that train of thought that I was on. It's gone. Derailed.
Isn't that Charlotte?
Oh!
And standing next to her, surely that can't be Kenichi?
Kenichi. Okay.
How about lost treasure?
Oh! This is my first time hearing Kenichi's new voice. I like it. It doesn't, like, I heard clips of it and everything, like when it was first like a large thing. I remember hearing comparisons. I legitimately could hardly tell a difference. Like, I think I couldn't really tell a difference, like, at all. To be fair, I also don't play Kenichi. Like, I don't have Kenichi on my account. And I don't, like, listen to a million edits of him like I do for other characters. Cough, cough, every Fontaine character. But I couldn't notice a difference between the two voices. Kenichi's original voice actor was replaced right around I think it was the patch that Veressa released, or it might have been the patch before it. I'm not 100%, like, I don't 100% remember. Not because of like any like talking to minors or like anything like that. Cough cough, Tainari's original VA. No, it was due to the strike, which we've learned recently was less of a strike and more of a work refusal. Yeah, I'm not going to talk a lot about all that in this stream because it gives me a headache, and 8 million people have covered it far better than I can. But it is far less of a strike than anyone was led to believe, and far less about AI protection than anyone was led to believe. But so Kenichi needed a voice, and so his voice actor was replaced due to refusals to work. But I do like his new voice. Hold up. This one's a gem. Illegal restaurants caught serving Serenian stew proves surprisingly popular.
Pretty shocking. But it still feels like it's
This is a fun character combination.
Got it. Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing. Set to miss cross-border smuggling trial.
Jesus Christ! Well, we're directly in it, I suppose. I do expect her comfort fix. For Wriolette, please give me Real Slee taking care of Newblat fix now, please. Please. It has to exist. People have had to write this. I've given them a day. I'm sure there's already like 50. Insatiable. Oh my. That can't be for real. Yeah, fine. I hate to admit it, but you won this one.
Huh? What? Did Paimon hear that right? Wriolette was stabbed and gravely wounded? No, surely that can't be right. Can it?
If it is, we're all toast. Because again, mind you, dragon. Aha! I thought I heard familiar voices. Oh, if it isn't Lux and Paimon! What a coincidence! Mr. Kinich and I were talking about you two just a few minutes ago. Unfortunately for me, he's a very loyal. Jesus Christ. Unfortunately for me, he's a very loyal friend. I pressed him for some juicy details, but he remains tight-lipped about you. So, anything you want to share with me about the great Lux's triumphant exploits in Natlin? It was a team effort. Modest as ever. What's Natlin? I have zero recollection of what you're talking about, Charlotte. I must have blocked that out in the haze. Anyways, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Sorry. Let me backtrack a little. Hi, you two. It's been ages. What brings you back to Fontaine? I'm always here, Charlotte. Don't fuck with me. I literally come to Fontaine every day. I log out in the same place at Fontaine every day because I feel safe here.
Hey there, you two. Fancy running into you here.
What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, that, and also a less than pleasant shock. What the heck was all that about a Saurian meat restaurant and the eunuchs getting stabbed? Please say you weren't being serious.
Oh, that? We were just talking about tabloid headlines. Is that what you're talking about?
Trading tabloid headlines?
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little contest to see who could find the most ridiculous fake news stories.
Ah, sorry.
Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing in on the most outrageous material.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Like, I remember meeting Kinich, but it wasn't in a place called Natlin. It was in a place called Honkai Star Rail. Odd that he's here. Weird crossover event. They really didn't build up this crossover too much, huh? Did they? Is this mean? Is this me being too mean to Natlin? Is there a point where this becomes just too mean to Natlin? Is there a point where people will get mad at me for this? I'm sorry you had to see such an unflattering side of Fontaine, Mr. Kinich. These third-rate tabloids write their headlines purely to shock and scandalize. All they care about is grabbing your attention to boost their sales. The ones who still got a shred of integrity will at least clarify the truth in the main body of the article. Although, the misleading headline is still an underhanded trick to draw readers in. Not at all. Good. I'm glad I've yet to be too mean to Natlin. I do worry about that sometimes. Like, I legitimately enjoy this game, I promise. It's just this one nation makes me mad. But others, like the one we were just reading about aloud, have no qualms about outright
If I
fabrications.
had to quantify it, I'd say about 1% of what they write is the truth.
Yeah, no, it's certainly a problem. That's pretty lenient of you, Mr. Kinich.
Huh? Him? Lenient? Oh, you gotta be kidding! Ah!
Ugh, God, can this whole event just be, People were trying to boycott Natlin. That was a thing. That was a huge thing. I hope this whole event is just Kinich repeatedly kicking Aja. That would make me so happy.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit to these so-called news stories for occasionally including a grain of truth. All I'm saying is, even the wildest leaps of the human imagination are always rooted in reality.
You mean all those fake headlines you mentioned actually do have some basis in fact?
Which means Newblet still got stabbed. Give me my hurt comfort fix.
Sure they do. For instance, there was in fact a smuggling trial recently.
Okay, but did Newblet get stabbed?
Considering the amount of speculation surrounding the smuggled goods, it's no wonder there are rumors about restaurants serving saurian meat or teacups being unearthed from ancient ruins. But in reality, the goods in question were simply a few ancient relics dug up from ruins in Natlan.
Ugh,
Rest
give me
assured,
more
no
Rumeria
saurians
lore.
were harmed in the process.
How? Oh, okay. Okay. As much as I hate Natlin, I do want to pronounce the names correctly because that's the type of mean, like, I hate mispronouncing names. I get so much like weird anxiety from that. I'm not willing to be that mean to the nation. I will pronounce their names correctly. How? Okay. Thank you. I though uh back to what I was saying before that. I do really want more Romaria lore. I will take any Romaria lore they're willing to give me. I love Fontaine's story so much. Okay, but what about Nublat? We know Nosorians were harmed, but what about other types of dragons, like a sovereign? And if you're wondering why the Eunuchs didn't preside over the trial, it's because this case was assigned to another judge, right from the offset. It's not as if. Jesus Christ, I can talk, I promise. It's not as if the Palais Mammonia only has one judge. We can't expect Monsieur Nouviette to handle every single case himself. On a more interesting note, the trial in question went remarkably smoothly. And it was all thanks to Mr. Kenich's testimony as a key witness.
Oh, okay. Paimon was so busy freaking out about those headlines that she totally forgot to ask why you're here in Fontaine, Kenich.
That's a little disappointing. Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't want Nublet to be, like, dead. But at least stab the guy. Give me some good angst. I love my fluff, but you gotta serve it with a side of angst. Phew. It was all a misunderstanding. The world's not going to end. Maybe not. But it Jesus Christ. Maybe not. But it had been an even better world for me if Mr. Kenich here would agree to another exclusive interview with the Steambird. However I tap into the voice I'm doing for Charlotte, like, however I change my voice is really messing up my ability to speak.
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was clear enough. But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte, that you're less interested in the case than you are in trying to uncover some news stories about Natlan.
Drat! You saw right through me. Guess I'll put it down to the keen instincts of a renowned Saurian hunter. Any response to that, or?
I appreciate your kind invitation, but like I said, storytelling isn't really my forte.
Boo, even Nublet did an interview.
Kenich the speechless! Kenich the tongue-tied!
Kill me now.
Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Back to me again? Ah, of course. That's a brilliant idea. But that also means I need a bit more time to prep. Let me put together a thorough list of interview questions. Sounds like I'm not allowed to refuse. Well, I know I can be persistent, but at the end of the day, it's your call. Anytime, Charlotte girl. I love you. Anyways, I should probably be getting back to work. I also need to go track down a Gaston now and report these increasingly outrageous tabloids. I don't know why I don't know why a how is pixel art. Genuinely don't know. Dragons have never once been presented in that style. It doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. It's like it's from a different game. Farewell, my friends, until we meet again.
Charlotte never stops, does she?
Nope. Hell, hey, I can rest my voice. I can talk normal again.
Just have to ask. That owl thing that popped out before, or was it a howl? It kind of looked like a howl, but at the same time...
Paimon, what are you getting at here? That was clearly a how, and my facial expression should have conveyed that.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was a how.
Couldn't you leave him at home?
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy, but he's way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
Maybe he's not acclimating very well to Fontaine?
Could be.
Not acclimatizing? Aw, poor Almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling well.
Yeah, the Natlan cast did crazy hop. Did I pronounce that wrong? Acclimate. Oh, I guess it's not acclimating. Oh, I guess there is a Z in there. Acclimatite? That is so weird.
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you mean?
There's nothing physically wrong with him. It actually has to do with a strange law we learned about after arriving in Fontaine.
Okay. I didn't raise my questions about this during the live stream because, like, the special program, because I forgot to. Like, I didn't register it. But, like, what? Why is a how being counted as a like flying object like Paimon was in the beginning? And then I guess second question, shouldn't Paimon have to hide now too? Because they're essentially the same?
Apparently, it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine City limits during the first 3 days of each month.
Oh, I get it now, and I'm sure Paimon gets it even better.
Paimon sure does. Paimon's been down this road before. There's an easy solution. As long as Kaniche holds onto a house tail, he'll be considered an Almighty Dragon Lord balloon, not a flying Almighty Dragon Lord.
That's hilarious. I want an Almighty Dragon Lord balloon. I hate a how, but I want an Almighty Dragon Lord balloon.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But a How wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini helium balloon.
Yeah, Paimon gets the traveler pass. I guess Paimon's also more humanoid than a how is. Because, I mean, genuinely, what is this? Quite literally, what?
That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps randomly popping up all of a sudden. Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about an event that's set to take place outside the city soon. Something to do with filmmaking. I hear that's all the rage here.
Oh, God, the Fontanalia Film Festival event was so much fun. God, let me have another. Can we have a year 2 for that event, please? Also, I'll take any chance to have more Xavier. Potentially one of my favorite NPCs. I love my silly director guy. Or I guess he's not a director, he's like a filmmaker. My silly filmmaker guy.
I was planning to stay here and do some exploring for a few extra days anyway, so I think I'll go check it out. It'll be a good chance to let that noisy helium balloon out. He might even learn a thing or two. If you're free,
No,
why don't you come along?
No, don't let him out. Oh my God, you're so right. A how is very, lol random. A ha feels very lol random. But one, no. Nope, not that. This one, thank you. Like that. There we go. Okay, sorry, I wanted to adjust something quick. Sure, always up for a bit of
I know
fun.
where it is, so let me lead the way.
No. I know Fontaine. I know Fontaine better than you. I'll lead the way. This is my city. Okay. Ooh, that's a really fun place. I should have been curious where this event was taking place. I guess I assumed it would probably be like over here-ish or like over here-ish. But I like it being down here. This is where there's 2 gentlemen down here that are fishing. So they may have been Yeah, damn it. I think the two guys fishing got super murdered when they set up this stage.
Looks like I remembered correctly. Here we are.
Wow, this is awesome! Hard to believe it was just an empty beach before.
Yeah, hard to believe they got this wood and street all the way here.
Yeah. It was still completely deserted only a few days ago when I passed by on my way to testify at the Opera House.
Yeah, funny they managed to get all that wood and street here in quite literally 2 days.
There must be some efficient workers in Fontaine. Quite impressive.
If I was forced to get rid of one element in Genshin, okay, it can't be Hydro because Hydro is in fact my favorite element. If I had a vision, it would be a Hydro vision. Okay, question. Does getting rid of the element also get rid of the Archon? And sub question, does it also get rid of all the playable characters?
A few days? One night was all it took. Rap-a-tap-tap, ta-da! But is this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no, no, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away.
There's something oddly familiar about the way you talk.
Well, I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right, the unlucky one.
Yeah, she's the one who got super scammed, right? Good to see you again. The prototype lenses have come in handy, by the way. Been keeping yourself busy with some proper work lately? They're just different elements now. Okay. I like Hydro and Cryo too much. Animo can be really fun. Think it would have to be Geo. Think if I had to get rid of an element, it would have to be Geo. I feel like that's the like typical answer to this question, but it is like Geo needs some sort of revamp because it's like lack of true reaction to any other element outside of like crystallizing really limits the way you can like use it in battle, if that makes sense. So if I did have to get rid of an element, it would be Geo.
Of course! How else would we have managed to build Fantasyland in a single night?
A single night. Again, I question how you got all this stone over here.
Fantasyland?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself. A magical land of fantasy, the stuff of film buffs' dreams.
Oh, it's Farina's little guy. I believe that is Serententon Chavomarant, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, because Gentlewoman Usher is the octopus, and then Mademoiselle Crabuletta is obviously the crab.
I know it sounds like I'm laying it on thick, but that really is the goal here.
Sounds fun.
As you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontainian filmmaking, a place for all film lovers to come together and co-construct a world of dreams.
That sounds real fun, honestly. I would go. Magic. Yeah, pretty much it's just magic.
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief. Sounds like you're sharing the cost this time rather than pouring your entire life savings into a single project.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Nope! I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I haven't thrown all my life savings into it too.
No, girl, we talked about this. Sorry, I still trying to figure out a layout I like with having the chat on the screen. Because really the whole reason I want the chat on the screen is I've discovered that YouTube doesn't back up the chat. And I like to have a record of everything. So it gets to be on screen now. Hi, kitty. Hi. What's going on, kitty cat? I don't think my cat's meows get picked up by the microphone, so it kind of just sounds like I'm crazy. Which, I mean, I am, but like...
Huh? You've got to be kidding.
She's not Paimon, I'm afraid.
Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly
Aha,
betting
go
your
away.
entire future
Aha,
on
go
some
away.
Stupid vanity. If you're
Oops.
expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on. Mockery is all you shall get, straight from the heart.
Me when Ahau. Me when he does anything. Not that face. The one before it.
Sorry,
Hi,
just
kitty.
ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who are you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
What I wouldn't give to have a character muted.
Wow! That's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant? You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production.
Oh, she's thinking.
Mass
That's never good.
production? Insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful!
Can you please flick him?
I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! There has never been another like me, nor will there ever be! And another thing, smart is the understatement of the century!
Ahau, I think you're overselling yourself.
I shall have you know that I am Kahulahau, forebear of ancient wisdom. I lived for eons long before any of you were born!
What? Heavens above!
No,
Pardon,
don't.
forebear of ancient wisdom. Please, I meant no offense.
You know, as cool as I'm sure human Ahau would be, I think we should just lock him in a box for the rest of forever. I think locking him in a box is the best option.
Idiot meets idiot.
Truly, the battle of the single brain cells.
What's all the fuss?
Oh, Navia!
Making some new friends, are we?
Oh, I love her so much. Also, my cat likes Navia. She just meowed when I said, oh, Navia. You're wearing a yellow collar. She's wearing a yellow collar today. She has a yellow bumblebee collar on. Because she keeps losing her collars when she goes off and does chaos. Where do they go? She lost 2 in the span of like 4 days. We found one of them. The other is still missing. Hi, kitty cat. Don't touch the microphone. Don't bump my settings. Fuck, you moved the mic gain. Okay, I just had to adjust something on my mic. Because my cat bumped into it. Please let me know if the audio sounds wonky now. Negative brain cells indeed. What? What's going on, sweetheart? Sorry, one moment. My cat's being insane. I think she wants to leave my room. Do you want to go out? Okay, I'll let you out. You can have chaos outside. We'll see how long it takes for her to come back in. She can open the door. She can come into my room by opening the door. No clue how to close it though. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy Navia's here. I love her so much.
Miss Navia! Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, president of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
She's so pretty.
Hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon. How have you been lately?
I love when she calls us partner. It makes me so happy. My trusty partner. Very well. Thanks. Even better now that. Very well, thanks. Even better now that you're here.
Hello there. I'm Kanich.
Don't, Navia, ignore that. No.
Hey, what's
Keep your
up,
ass away from the
me?
screen.
Useless servant can't even give me a proper introduction.
Kinich, please flick him.
You think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
He's not wrong. I caught yours just now, in fact. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Take her hand, you dumb-ass dragon.
See that? That's what I call proper
No. Go die in the lake. Go for a swim and don't ever come back up. You rude-ass dragon. That pissed me off a lot. That made me really mad, actually. Be nice to Navia. She was the only one who was nice to you.
Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the almighty Dragon Lord by his name.
Go swimming and never come back.
Navia, don't you think the title Almighty Dragon Lord is a bit silly?
The only almighty dragon lord I know is Wriolette, the sovereign of Hydro. How? Go die.
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
How is totally being treated like a cute, cuddly pet.
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Nadia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's gotten up and running in the space of a single night. Honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and endless waiting, the event and venue finally got the green light.
Oh, girl, don't cry.
I couldn't wait a moment longer. The second the approval came through, I reached out to President Navia, hoping she could lend a hand.
Oh, girl, breathe.
After all,
Don't cry.
the Spina di Rosula would indulge such impulsive demands.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement, as you can see.
I can, in fact, see.
I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet, so let me fill you in.
That would be great.
In short, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention that's open to film enthusiasts from all over Teyvat. Miss Lapine Pauline is hosting this event, and also providing technical support.
Nice.
Huh? Cheval Moran?
That's right. The one and only Sir Intendant Cheval Moran.
Xavier!
After much persistence and many solicitations, I finally obtained Lady Farina's permission to use the image of her close friend.
Leave Farina alone. Let the girl sleep. Girl needs a nap. I have my Farina plushie now. She was sitting nearby.
Not only is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute,
Vinny and Lynette!
but she's also boosting her own popularity. And that was always the goal. A win-win arrangement.
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sensible ideas.
Sensible is certainly a word.
By the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go into film tech?
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed caught a photographer's eye, and it's now being used for the latest cinematic productions.
Ooh.
Thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had the chance to invent various film-related equipment and props.
Good for you! That's great!
That's right. So don't underestimate Miss Lapine Pauline, our resident engineer. She's the technical powerhouse at the core of this entire event. As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take care of planning, operations, and management.
Ah, so everything
Anyone
else.
feeling inspired to set up a booth? Miss Lapine Pauline and I will provide the necessary technical and operational support once their application has been approved. By the way, traveler, are you at all interested in taking part?
I would love to.
It would be a chance for you to earn some extra income. Plus, with your skills, I'm sure you could bring something special to the table.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to say, throw in one of those fancy feasts she's seen in those gourmet food reels.
Paimon, just be lucky we're back from Natlin. Just be happy about that.
Well, as it happens, that'll be a piece of cake. Everyone needs to eat, whether they be tourists or the stall owners themselves. So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite none other than the celebrity chef, Miss Escoffier, to run our theme restaurant.
Woo!
Look over there! You! Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredients have to be in the right ratio! Get it right next time, or you might as well just lie down on the chopping board yourself.
Damn, girl.
She seems a bit busy right now.
There's no Natlin and Fontaine except that one.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make a How go be her assistant.
Yes, yes. Please, God, yes. Please. Oh my God. I would pay any amount of money to watch Escoffier scream at Kaniche. Not Kaniche. Sorry, I was reading the name on screen. A How. I would pay any amount of money to watch Escoffier scream at a How.
You little... what's your game here?
Getting you murdered.
Demoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires
Ah!
your personal attention.
I don't know why, but this guy walking me up just reminded me that Silver and Malus are dead. I will never get over that. I will always cry. There will always be tears every time I remember that they're gone. I sobbed during the 4.2 Archon quest when it was revealed that they didn't survive the flood. Literal tears.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Sure thing. Ooh. Ooh. This is... Hold on, I need a picture of Farina next to this. That... I wish Farina had one of the unique poses from the Imagineering Theater yet. She should get one soon. Woo! That's a really nice picture. Alright. I do want to take a... Navia! Oh! I did not expect this to be an actual cutscene. Or, like, not cutscene, like, story scene. I was expecting just to overhear dialogue.
Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew?
Yes. I've
No problem.
got a few
We'll
other
be
things in
ready
order
when you
first. I'm concerned that if I do that, they'll take the option to talk to Lupine Pauline away from me. Let me talk to Escoffier
The
first.
fresh vegetables from the new batch are exceptional quality. I just wish I could say the same about the new staff.
Damn, girl. You two okay? You don't look okay. Alright, hi Lupine Pauline.
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh words just now, but I assure you it is entirely necessary.
I believe you.
The sheer lack of standards here will be the death of me. Do you have any idea of the kind of customers I'm gonna get with how lax things are at the moment? The ones that leave their guns behind by accident, and then come back to collect them later, bringing ammunition with them.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in a hurry.
Oh.
Wait, has that happened before?
Oh dear.
No, it's just the mention of guns reminded me. Someone did actually leave their gun nearby.
Yeah?
Huh?
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the site, someone stumbled upon a mysterious locked box.
Oh god.
It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a Natlanese vibe.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, why are there guns? Why is there a gun buried on this beach?
Do you think a foreign tourist might have left it behind?
That's what I assumed at first. But the box was buried beneath a pile of wooden planks, rocks,
What?
and whatnot, so it seemed like someone deliberately hid it there. But I didn't see much point in speculating, so the best thing I could think of was to hand it over to the authorities.
Jesus Christ, what's going on?
I trekked all the way over to the Palais Mermonia just to hand it in.
I checked all the way to the Palais Mammonia.
Exhausting.
What did the authorities make of it?
Couldn't you take the aqua bus? No, you see, I don't actually use guns. I use pretty swords. But I do bury my swords, so I guess I can't judge.
Oh, they made a mountain out of a molehill, as usual.
Wait, hold on. I didn't really register that last one because I was making a joke. You mean the authorities were concerned about you finding a gun in a locked box buried on the beach? I too would be concerned.
Before even addressing the question of what was actually inside the box, they had several heated discussions about whose responsibility it was to write the lost and found notice.
Okay, but have you considered paperwork sucks?
Thankfully, the ever-reliable Officer Sedine stepped up and immediately called in the Marechaussee Phantom to crack the lock and check if there were any dangerous items inside.
Oh, I love Sedine.
And, as it turned out, there was a gun.
Wow, that's a dangerous item, all right.
Yeah.
Mind if I ask what kind of gun it was?
Oh yeah, Mr. Kanich, you're from Natlan, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
I just had like war flashbacks of Chaska's stupid flying gun. And I was gonna make a joke about how I feel like there's plenty of guns in Fontaine for people from there to have an idea about it. But then I just got solely distracted by me remembering the thing I hate most in this whole game, which is that stupid flying gun.
You could say it comes with the job. I have an interest in weaponry and the like.
Ugh, such a spoiled brat. What, are the toys I gave you not good enough for you anymore?
Yep, got sick of those long ago.
You little... Don't dare you turn your nose up at my gifts! Why,
Time for a timeout, old-timer. Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, do you recall what the gun looked like?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you ask me, it didn't even really look like a gun.
What? No, what are you talking about? That's totally the type of technology we've seen in Genshin before. You have problems with it and the fact that it doesn't look like it's from this game? How silly. I do want to make it abundantly clear I'm being super sarcastic.
Give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch.
Show me.
Something like this.
Yeah, that doesn't really look like a gun.
Whoa, it's so neat and precise.
Sketched by a professional engineer, after all.
It's nothing. Sorry. Is something wrong with my drawing? I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like.
I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I don't really know how to draw guns.
And it certainly could shoot as well, too. I confirmed that with the officer from the Marechaussee Phantom.
No, quite the opposite. The features are very accurate, and it is definitely from Natland.
Yeah, no, that gun is very Honkai Star Rail-esque. Like, okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find a picture of this gun quick. Hold on. Or, Honkai Star Rail, a Naxa gun. Yeah, no, Genshin and its 1800s technology up until the point where we were suddenly in space. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I have a comparison I need to make for the gun. Hold on. I found a picture real easy, luckily. The this gun from Natlin, this gun that Kinich just confirmed is from Natlin, reminds me so much of the center part of Anaxa's gun. I don't know why this gun is upside down, but like this part of the gun, it reminds me so much of Anaxa's gun. Hold on, let me flip this because it's the worst. And then flip vertical. There we go. Yeah, that the gun reminds me a lot of like the center part of this gun.
Please, don't mind me. I'm just taking a moment to admire it.
Thanks a lot, Lippy and Pauline. I can't wait for the event to get started.
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you, and everyone else for your support.
Within the Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah, no, Anaxa's gun is I really like it. Again, I am not against like futuristic fantasy. I love me some futuristic fantasy. I love Honkai Star Rail. Genshin has just never had that as like part of its pre-established vibe. Like you said, it's always been like very 1800s-esque. I feel like I need to actually sit down and look at like a chart or something. But I feel like specifically the Fontaine dresses are very Edwardian era, I believe. I'd have to sit down and actually put thought into it, which I'm going to have to do soon anyways, because I still want to make the video of me explaining what my problem is with the Natlin character design. The problem I keep running into is I don't like writing scripts, like at all. So I think I am instead just gonna try to wing it and like record without a script and then edit that into something salvageable. So we'll have that soon, and I will like legitimately sit down and figure out like which era all the design, like all the characters' outfits would come from in like a real world sense, because I want to say the Fontaine clothing design is specifically very like Edwardian, but I could be mixing that up with a different era. But yeah, no, like Genshin has been very much 1800s esque, maybe like maybe late 1800s, early 1900s if we're really stretching it. But like legitimately, look at Lumine and Paimon next to Kinich. This doesn't look correct. I would legitimately say Kenichi's from a different game. Like, if I just saw this without context, like if I'm someone who's never played Genshin before, and I saw this, I would assume it was a crossover event. Because this just doesn't look like Lupine, Pauline, and Lumine and Paimon all look like they're from the same game. Hold on, let me block Kenichi for a second here. These three characters look like they're from the same game. It looks like they're all from the same game. But now, say I move out of the way and we have Kenichi here, suddenly this looks like it's not from the same game. So yeah, I have problems. I could do the design discussion as a stream, and then honestly, what I might do, maybe this could be Monday's stream, because I don't have anything for Monday, because the third part of this event releases on Tuesday. It's the event released Friday, will be releasing Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday. So I don't have anything for Monday, so I was just going to take the day off. But honestly, what I might do now that you bring up potentially doing it as a stream, I feel like we could sit down on Monday and just have it where, like, I kind of script write, but on stream. That way, like, I feel double productive, and that'll make the ADHD go burr and feel good. So that might be what I do. Honestly, that might be Monday stream. That could be fun. And then I also have people to bounce my ideas off of instead of it being buried down in my head. And I'm bouncing it off myself, and all the voices in my head are arguing about the ideas. Definitely helps to put it out there. That'll probably be what I do on Monday. We can look at tons of historical fashion, and I can rant about stats.
Don't mention it. Besides, we haven't really done anything.
Yeah, the event just started, girl. You can save the praise for later.
Not at all! The buzz and excitement you guys bring is exactly what this event needs! Oh dear, I'm starting to feel a bit guilty watching everyone else toil away. Guess it's about time I got back to work too. But just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration!
I want everything to go well for you! It seems like Kenichi has something to say. Let's go find a quiet spot. After saying goodbye to Lupine and Pauline, you and
I'm sure
Kenichi
you
find somewhere
noticed
quiet
that there
to
was
talk.
something unusual about that gun.
The fact that it looks like this gun? Girl, I am not lying. Girl, you will not make me lie to this man's face. It looks futuristic.
Correct. It's most likely an old weapon dug up from some
Futuristic.
ancient dragon ruins. Based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon. But in Fontaine terms, it's not wrong to call it a gun. Given why I came here, don't you think it's curious that an ancient dragon relic of unknown origin would turn up like this, out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something to do with that smuggling case. It might have slipped through the cracks.
Yeah, no, like... Do not call that gun ancient to my face.
Time is of the essence, so I'd like to head over to the Palais Mermonia to verify my suspicions.
I think I'll join you. And plus, like, I know the people there. We go way back.
Perfect. Then we can head out right away. Or, if you want to catch up with your friends first, I can wait.
Okay, now we go talk to Navi. Hello, Navia.
Traveler, it's you! Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew?
Yes. This time I'm ready. Let's do this.
It's time, dear partner in Paimon, for us to turn our attention to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland.
Dear partner and Paimon.
As I mentioned, the park was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the planning, construction, and operations.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. They usually stick to designing the event booths. We, for our part, handle long-term operations and develop standardized strategy guides for the different activities.
Long-term operations? Strategy? It all sounds so complicated. We spend most of our time adventuring, and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this?
Wait, hold on. And if that sounds too complicated, Paimon, I think we'll be able to handle it. We've done plenty of big business
That's
ourselves.
more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Tevat's biggest business ventures.
Have we? Wait. I don't I'm not, as much as I seem like a catalog of things that happen in this game, I'm not a catalog of things that happened in this game. I have a very niche interest, I could probably tell you most things about Fontaine, but I start blanking as soon as we get out of Fontaine. I know we had the potion event in Mondstadt, but that's the only, business-esque one I can remember.
Anyway, first things first.
Am I
Let's get an overview
forgetting
of how
when
the
we
whole
helped
festival's gonna be run.
businesses? Yep. Oh, blubber beasts. Using the seahorse as the mascot was such a good idea.
As
Ooh.
you can see, our fantasy land's a bit like a sugar-free macaron right now. Several areas are still under construction.
Mm-hmm.
The Spina's only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen.
One moment.
Besides, we don't have enough
Kitty.
experience to handle multiple projects simultaneously. That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method, so we can focus on specific tasks during each designated period.
Okay.
Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this requires funds and time slots to accomplish.
Okay.
So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each
I
business
love
cycle to the
management
most
sims.
worthwhile tasks.
I love management sims.
As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently.
No, Kitty, not on the keyboard.
Which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will let us get more done.
Okay.
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can
Okay, I understand,
focus on
Paimon.
within
You don't have to
each time
reiterate it.
Which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora.
Yep.
Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance is gonna be key.
Alright, we will do that later. I want to finish I want to finish the story stuff first. Sounds right up my alley.
Come on, we
I
can do
love
this.
management sims. Hi, kitty cat.
You mentioned standardized strategy guides just now. Does that mean there are non-standard ways to take part too?
I love my kitty. She's so cute. I wish she would stay still, so then I could get cute pictures of her for share with you guys, but she does not stop moving. She's simultaneously the most yes, capitalism, the event. My cat is simultaneously the most photogenic cat ever and the least photogenic cat ever. Because she's gorgeous and her eyes are gorgeous and she glows in the sun. But she always looks vaguely drunk when we take pictures of her.
If we're not careful, some visitors might
Why are your
wander off
whiskers
and
wet?
end up getting in trouble.
Why are your whiskers? Where did you go?
and others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to
Where
create
did you
a
go?
standardized strategy guide for each activity. Just think of
Mhm.
it like a walkthrough.
Okay. I see. You want me to be your playtester.
Wow, if we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows what surprises there could be waiting for us?
Yeah, all my homies hate Paul. Kitty cat. Kitty, stay off the keyboard.
But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to carry us through.
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I carefully checked all the existing activities before you arrived, and I can assure you that they're all
Aww.
perfectly safe.
Thank you, Navia.
I also wanted you to experience the activities before anyone else gets to. It'll be fun. Plus, we'd like to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
Oh, those are two things Navia is best at. Making people feel safe and having fun.
Great! Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super important to us. All right then. Let's start with eclectic escapades.
Oh, no, 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 no. I want to go finish the story. No, I'll do this later. Okay. Okay. I do plan on doing. Oh. Oh, I love having that on the map. I do plan on probably doing the like actual event mini games on stream as well. I do just want to finish the finish the story first.
Oh, man.
I do like Aoife's voice too. I don't think I've talked about it yet, but I do like his voice. And I love when characters get scars. I love characters with scars.
Bro!
Please never call me that again, Auroron.
Are you mimicking me? Now's not the time. Come on. No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Never call me bro again, Auroron. I will actually kick you off a cliff. You will be removed from the Fontaine, the characters I like list.
Auroron, Aoife, what brings you to
Kitty,
Fontaine?
what are you doing? Oh, you fell. Why did you fall? What are you doing? You chaotic ass cat. What are you doing? She's going in a circle. She's jumping up next to my desk, walking across my keyboard, jumping down or falling, and then repeating. What the fuck, cat?
Huh? How come you're... Ah, I'm guessing Kanich is here because of that international smuggling case, right? I've heard
You
quite
have
bit
a
about
very
that.
pretty design.
Word sure gets around quickly, huh?
First time abroad and you're already making headlines.
Yeah, the Natlan characters wanted to see if the grass is truly greener on the other side, and it was in fact greener on the other side. Also, specifically, hold on, I'm going big screen for this. Specifically addressing the people who have said that the reason that no one's ever talked about Xilonen and her incredible craftsmanship abilities before is because people from Natlan can't leave Natlan. What is this? What is this? We got 3 Natlan characters in Fontaine. What do you mean the Natlan characters can't leave Natlan? They're right here. Also, people can still enter Natlan. There should be zero reason. We've heard zero mention of Xilonen and her apparently godlike craftsmanship before. Don't give me that bullshit.
Oh, stop it. It's not like I was the center of attention.
Wasn't expecting to see the Traveler and Paimon here too, though.
I'm always here.
Come on, Aoife.
Wait, why are we come oning Aoife? Wait.
Wasn't expecting to see the Traveler and Paimon here too, though.
Wait. Is this the autism? Why are we commoning Aoife? What did he do wrong? Wait. Wait. Wait, I really don't understand what is like what happened?
Huh?
No, that's me too, Aoife. Glad we're both confused why Auroron is apparently upset.
A traveler, by definition, is someone who travels around.
Oh. Oh, I mean, okay. I guess. I could be traveling in Mondstadt.
Fair point. Anyway, back on topic. Wait a second. I lost my train of thought.
Oh God,
What are we talking about again?
Aoife is me. Aoife is me. That's me when streaming. Hey, I didn't give them permission to put me in this game. I didn't allow for that.
Why, you're all here, of course.
For
Fork the
vegetables. I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland. Wait, is that right?
It's Cheval Moran.
Ah, right. I keep stumbling over that one. Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology, even if she's not here.
It's okay.
Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natland, which is why Aoife and I are here.
Mhm.
So, you guys are vegetable couriers?
I mean, Auroron grows vegetables, and Aoife is his friend, so he was helping out. I don't see what's confusing about this Paimon.
He is. I'm just here as a responsible adult.
Oh my God. Aoife said someone needs to keep an eye on Auroron, and it's gonna have to be me.
It's his first time traveling so far away from home, and all the elders in his tribe were worried. So they had me come along.
Even though it's your first time too.
Right, but they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
There's subtext here, but I can't pick up on it.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were.
Thank
So
you for
they used
explaining
it
the
as an
subtext
excuse
to me,
send you
Auroron.
off on a vacation.
The Natlan characters can't leave Natlan thing. It was a few months ago. I want to say a few months ago. I don't 100% remember. People were saying that I'm not super familiar with Natlan's lore, like legitimately, so I'm not sure if this is true or not. But people were saying that the reason that nobody had ever heard about like how incredible of a craftsman Xilonen is was because the Natlan characters, like the people from Natlan, couldn't leave Natlan, and that's why we've never seen them in any other regions before this. Like before we got to Natlan, we'd never seen any NPCs in any of the regions, and that was because they couldn't leave Natlan or something. And that's why no one had ever heard about how Xilonen's able to make stuff like motorcycles and flying guns and DJ equipment and roller skates. And people were using that to like try to get people to stop criticizing the craftsmanship and Xilonen being this miracle crafter. But yeah, so that's what I was addressing there.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too?
I have zero clue where they got that from. Legitimately could not tell you. Can we not give Aoife the grandson treatment, and can we take the grandson treatment away from Auroron?
See? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Again, Auroran's like at least 21. That's That's not a kid. That is a full-grown adult. Please stop infantilizing my son. Or I guess son isn't the right word in this situation. I just get protective over characters. And then I resort to adopting them. Do not infantilize him. This is a full-ass man.
Meaning everyone looks after you. What's so bad about that?
I don't think you realize the horrendous implications of your relationship with Sitlali or Ron.
In theory, nothing at all. In that case, guess I better start over. Hi, guys. My name's Aoife, and I just turned 5.
I love Aoife. Nice to meet you, little bro.
Paimon's not sure who the responsible adult is anymore.
Me. Yeah. Can you Vladimiriously please rescue Auroron from his horrendous grandmother?
So, what about Kakuku?
Yeah, where's your annoying bird?
If he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we already are.
It's so funny that they napped Kukuku.
That's exactly what's got me worried.
Aoife, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now even without Kakuku.
Oh my god.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku. Suffice it to say, Kakuku's in big doo-doo.
Never say that sentence again, Aoife.
How so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few harmless phrases. What kind of trouble could he even get himself into?
Let me guess. Did he get caught out by the law on flying objects?
That's hilarious.
You too?
Not me. How?
Oh, that pesky little chatterbox. So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time. Guess he's too scared to show his face.
Yeah, luckily there's guards literally right behind us, so he can't talk.
That, plus he's already spouted enough nonsense for one day.
Oh,
So
thank
I
goodness.
put him on mute until tomorrow.
Thank goodness.
Nice one. If I was even half as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Kakuku so he didn't get a chance to go flying off.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. A lot of the Natlin models do look like VTuber models, derogatory. Never seen a VTuber model before. What? This conversation isn't at all awkward. No, but I totally understand what you're saying about them looking like some of the less refined VTuber models I've seen. Because there certainly are some iffy VTuber models out there. I guess that's what flying objects do.
Oh no, bro.
Paimon, never say that again.
Did Kakuku get caught by the guards for flying around?
Just say he's a balloon.
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building next door.
Oh no, that's the Palais Mammonia.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down in there as we speak. Just like one of those cool crime movies.
Ooh.
Which building?
Okay, Paimon, shut the fuck up. There is one building over here, and it's big as fuck. You should more so be asking which section of this big ass building.
That one?
Yup, that's the one. Kakuku sure has a good eye for a getaway. It's the tallest building around. I may be able to fly up pretty high, but checking every last window would still take quite a while.
Oh, and then you'd be a flying object.
As for Aoife, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian. Sorry about that.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize on my behalf.
Kitty.
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly? Kakuku's got himself into a real mess here. Like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying. I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important documents are flying about left, right, and center.
That is a hilarious visual. Someone animate that.
Heck yeah!
I might animate
If
that. I
anyone
probably
can
won't,
pull it
but I
off,
might.
it's Kakuku. He's always been such an awesome Saurus.
Never say
I
that
believe in
again.
him.
In other words, right now, in this building, the Palemon, there could be not one awesome Saurus, but two. Yeah, there is a different dragon in there as well.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Never say that again. I really hope, and I know it won't happen, but I really hope that, like, whenever we get to the point where we get to talk to Newblood and Riosli, and, well, they're with Kukuku, Paimon just because she lacks a filter, she's just like, oh my god, Newblood! Now there's two dragons here! And Riosli doesn't question it at all. Give us the breadcrumbs, Hoyo, please.
Of course.
This is what I
for
pay you
real.
for.
I never make light of something like that.
Alright, alright! Everyone's an awesome Saurus! Well, the human version. But our priority right now should be to go in there and check up on Kukuku.
As it happens, Kenichi and I were just heading over to the Palemon for something
Leave
else.
it to us.
You sure? Wow, awesome. That'll be a huge help.
Yeah, I have zero clue. I don't think any other Genshin characters have ever said bro or anything like that. Please remind me if I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I've ever heard bro uttered in Genshin
And
Impact.
if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
Wait, since when was that up to you?
Well, then it's your call, bro.
Hold on 1 second. I decided to keep my earrings in tonight while I'm streaming. Or, like, I normally, because I wear my headphones on only one ear, so I, like, still have an idea of how loud I'm being. Because I don't like yelling. But so I normally have to take one earring out because otherwise it stabs into my head from the, like, pressure of my headphones. But I kept them in tonight because my new earrings weren't feeling very stabby, but I guess after an hour and a half, my ear is starting to hurt. Ito might have said bro. But to be fair, I also have a lot of problems with Ito and how he feels. Slightly anachristic. I don't think I've ever had to pronounce that word out loud before, so I have no clue how. But I do, in fact, have problems with Ito as well. And how some of his dialogue occasionally comes off as not fitting, but because it was just one character, I let it slide. But when it's a whole region of them, it becomes a little obvious that there's something up.
Alright then, if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
Okay, can we please not pull out feathers from this bird? This is giving me flashback to my Sunday headcanons.
There you go. If he objects to that, tell him to come find us.
I don't hate Ito. I get annoyed by him very easily because he's very loud. And I very much have sensory problems. And so the near it's not even so much my sensory problems actually for this one. It's just I get really like overwhelmed by Ito and his whole personality. So I don't hate him. I do get a little annoyed with him. My problem more so comes in with like I do think he says bro the more I'm thinking about it, but like my problem more comes in with like how sometimes his dialogue feels anachristic and like he says stuff like bro, which like feels very out of place for Genshin Impact. But again, I was willing to like be fine with it and let it slide because it was just one character. But now that it's multiple, it's annoying me a little bit.
He won't. Trust me.
Like it just doesn't feel like it like the type of dialogue just doesn't feel like it fits. Outside of that though, I really like Aoife.
Back when we first met Kukuku in the wild and I begged you to take him under your wing, I never imagined you'd end up spoiling him rotten.
Aw, that's sweet.
And I never imagined you'd be nagging me about it.
Oh, well, I definitely saw that coming.
Huh?
You're only 5 years old after all.
Oh my god. Okay, can we drop this bit? Is as the lead judge on the Court of Funny, I rule that this bit will in fact end you in prison. All my bits though. I'm absolved of all my bits. So I could listen, how the Court of Funny works is you can do anything and claim it's for a bit, but then like let's say you commit murder for the bit. You then have to go to court for that, and if the Court of Funny decides that your bit was funny enough, you get absconded of all your crimes.
Nothing new there.
Excuse
The
me.
first few days of every month are always noisy. What's all that commotion? Are they arguing in there?
These are strange sounds coming from... Okay, it's gone. Hi, Sadine. One moment, my cat opened my door. Yeah, no, Aoife and Auroron should kiss. There are strange sounds coming from the Wriolette's office. Do you think we should go in and check on him? You know, if Wriolette and Wriolette are in there, maybe we should not question the strange sounds coming from the office. I think we should probably leave them to their I think we should probably leave them to their own devices while they're in there. Probably, Sadine, you at least make sure you wait out here. Look at them! Oh, I'm so excited. They're here! Hold on, I need a drink of water. I must...
No way, bro!
I must drink water for Wriolette. Drink water, it's good for you. Delicious. Kakuku, a young Quakosaurus and an assistant to Aoife, who is also a Sornor vet in his own right. He's responsible for listening to their Saurian patients and translating what they say. Allegedly, he has quite the understanding of human language and enjoys imitating Aoife's speech mannerisms. In any event, if you talk to him enough, he's sure to end up viewing you as his bro. Never make me say that again. Genshin Impact. It's Wriolette. Look at him.
Did he say he came from Natlan?
Oh, and they're both voiced. Yes. The husbands are back together and they're voiced. I made my Wriolette plushies kiss. I am like a child with dolls and I make them kiss.
No.
Get out of here!
No.
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
There's two hilarious implications for the sentence. Wriolette is unable to understand like new aged speak, which is hilarious. Second option, he's understanding his Kukuku's like dragon words, but he's like just doesn't know what they mean because they're like different types of dragons. They went from one pile of nonsense to another.
Oh no.
For real now? Hi, Kukuku.
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again.
I just realized, I feel like, okay, there's two reasons behind Riosley being here. Either A, Newblet specifically called for him when Kukuku showed up, and Newblet realized he needed help, so he specifically called for Riosley, and not, like, any other person. Or B, Riosley was already in the office with Newblet when Kukuku showed up. Which then I question, what you doing here, Riosley?
Oh, you know one another.
Yep. Don't make me say either of these sentences Genshin Impact. Don't make me say this is an unfair choice. I'm just...
He's a friend. Yeah. A Saurian
I'm
friend
pretending
and
I
a
didn't click
friend.
anything there. Yeah, no, I raised my eyebrow at you, Newblood and Riosley. And it's like the Vine Boom and the gay, the rainbow flag popping up.
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner.
Nice and simple.
Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Wriolette.
I love that so much. Also, Riosley said Newblet's name the right way. Some of the Fontaine characters say his name is Nervalette, which is straight up just not correct. So I'm so happy Riosley is saying it correctly. I'm just so happy they're here.
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex?
No, you guys can keep having whatever conversation you were having.
I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
I would never force you from stopping talking to your husband.
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work.
Newflet does not want his husband to leave. Yeah, that's mean. Making me say bro any number of times is just mean.
If I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Nervalette before? What was it that
No,
trial
Paimon.
was seen by another judge?
What was I just saying? What did I just say? What did I just say?
So you've met Nervalette before? What was it that trial overseen by another judge?
Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Wriolette.
One of those pronunciations was correct. The other was not. This one is not.
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman...
That is Newblet's husband. Also the warden of the Fortress of Mirapede.
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriolette, administrator of the Fortress of Mirapede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden.
Newblet's out. Hold on.
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriolette, administrator of the Fortress of Mirapede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden.
Newblet sounds so happy introducing Riosley to them. Oh my god. Oh, I love the Wriolette event.
Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
One of the pronunciations was correct. The other one was Paimon. Paimon, go wait outside. Paimon, if you can't talk correctly, you can go sit on the bench outside. Go talk to Sadine.
Pleasure to meet you.
There's no need to keep anything from Riosley. Oh, I love them so much. I miss them so much. I say as if I don't think about them every single day.
Pleasure to meet you.
Wow, that sounded just like me.
Oh, Riosley, you taught him a new sentence.
But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
I believe he said, or rather, I suppose he meant, that he'll keep this to himself.
Okay, so Newflet did mean that he has a further understanding of Kukuku's words beyond just like Kukuku parroting things Aoife says. And he's freely talking about that right in front of Ryosley. Ryosley so knows this man is a dragon.
Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Aww.
Sure thing, bro.
This is all a bit strange, but they really are a great pair of awesome Sarai. Come on, blurt it out, please.
Let us return to the matter at hand.
No.
Mr. Kanich, was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the case?
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Kinich tells Nivlet and Ryosley about Lepine Pauline finding the gun. Nivlet makes an inquiry with the relevant personnel, and sure enough, they locate the box and the gun Lepine Pauline spoke of. Let's see this horrendous gun.
Wow. It really is exactly like Lepine Pauline's sketch. That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
I wish I was even joking about this. Ah, wrong button. Hold on. I wonder if I can... Oh, no. I rest my case.
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
Potentially, yes.
That's exactly my line of thought.
That is... Oh my god, it does look like something straight out of Legend of Zelda. Oh my god, you're so correct.
I see. Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody.
Ugh. Nivlet's eyes are so pretty. I love his entire character design, but his eyes are so pretty. I remember when we first just had the Fontaine trailer, I got so fixated on his eyes because they looked so, like, unique. And I ended up crafting this whole big theory about him being a dragon, and then about him being the Hydro Dragon after 4.0 was released. And then I was right. I remember being at dinner, and I'm talking to my mom and her boyfriend about it, and I'm just going on and on and on as I'm talking about all my theories about what Newbled is. And then, lo and behold, a month later, I was proved correct.
Wriolette. Wriolette.
The way he says Ryosley's name is so soft. I love them.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request. Don't you worry.
Zero question. They're both just ready. Oh, I love them so much. I love them so much I don't have words.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this gun's lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
Good.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
That goes for me, too.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lepine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
You miss me, bro?
He really does come out with the most unexpected things.
That's certainly one way to put it, Ryosley.
Who did he learn it all from?
A couple of... Nope. No. Making me say the sentence should be illegal.
Huh. Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kakuku qualifies as a flying object. And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement.
I love that Newblet's 100% committed to making the bird sign a confidentiality agreement.
Drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kakuku. Excited?
Us. I like that Ryosley uses us. They're parenting the bird. Dude, oh, every couple of weeks I consider drawing the Ponyo AU for Newblad and Ryosley, and then I forget and get distracted by something else. But I should draw Rylette Ponyo AU. I might do that. I legitimately might. Like, this one isn't even a joke. I legitimately might draw that. I just have so much other stuff I should be doing, and then I just don't do it because everything else seems more fun. I can pass the message on to his friends.
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
Don't mention
All right
it.
then, we better get going. No need to see us off.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. Family, hold on. I need to take a family picture. No, Ponyo AU works so... Farina, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. No, Ponyo AU works so well for them because they really are just Ponyo's parents, just in a different font, aren't they? Oh, I feel like I feel like it fits pretty well. Ryosley can be pretty silly sometimes, I feel.
I know you mentioned a while back that people from Natland would soon start showing up all over the world. But I hadn't expected anything like this.
It seems no matter where they come from, all dragons are inquisitive by nature.
Okay, I know this isn't like straight up confirmation that Ryosley knows Newblet's identity or anything, but like this is confirmation that Ryosley knows Newblet's identity, right?
You can say that again, bro.
This is
The
confirmation,
same
right?
might well be said for humankind. The real reason you chose to stay to investigate this case was your curiosity about Natlan and Mr. Kakuku, was it not?
No, it's because he wants to spend time with you.
Guilty as charged. Nothing gets past you. So, how about we take this opportunity to chat a little more? We've got the world's best translator on hand, after all.
Okay, this is confirmation, right? Yeah, no, it legitimately comes off as the traveler being like, "Hey, warning to everyone! I'm gonna release the Natlan people on you soon." Okay, but this sentence right here is straight up confirmation that Ryosley knows Newblet's identity, right? Like, okay, but the freedom, when Newblet's very well, he doesn't ever straight up God, I hate words. Words are so hard. Like, Newblet is normally a little more cagey about his true identity, yeah? He's and discussions about dragons and everything. But he's just straight up talking so casually about it with Ryosley. And Ryosley joking that Newblet is the world's best dragon translator. He so knows. It's not a secret between these two.
Sure thing, bro.
Just admit they're gay, Hoyoverse. Alright. Oh my god, I love the sentence I fillied too close to the sun. I'm gonna use that from now on. Alright, guys, we found your little guy.
We found Kakuku!
What's the situation? How bad is it?
He's being tried for murder. Kakuku murdered 80 men. They're in critical condition. Or Kakuku murdered 80 men and injured 60. They're all in critical condition. They don't think they're gonna survive. He's gonna be tried for murder. He's probably gonna end up in the Fortress of Meropide. Also, wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Where did... Wait. Which button is... Hold on, sorry, there we are. My shoulder cat disappeared. I have no idea where it went. I think my cat stepped on the hotkey that hides it. So I've got some good news and bad news.
Oh no.
Kakuku's dead.
When I saw that Kakuku wasn't with you, I'd already prepared myself for the worst.
It's not good, Aoife. He killed 80 and 60 are in critical condition.
Relax, Aoife. Maybe Kakuku just prefers high-rise living now.
Kakuku met another dragon and they're chatting it up.
Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in life.
Okay, I was just berating Neuvillette and Wriolette for being gay and saying Hoiver should just say they're gay and let them kiss. But now you two need to kiss. Y'all are literally talking like your parents.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
You're making us sound real gay, bro.
It's not that bad.
They're literally two bros chilling in the hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay. That's literally these two.
Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
Yeah, he kicked 80.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
Kenichi's lying to you. Even had an interesting chat with some veritable VIPs.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kakuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Marmonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Yeah.
But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
You'll just have to wait a little bit longer.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all. Wow, hearing that's put my mind to rest.
I'm glad.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
It's just 3 days.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Ah, hold on. I dropped my Neuvillette plushie.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
All right. That's how that sentence says.
Let's catch up another day.
It just says all right. There is no other words in that sentence. Hey! We finished part 1 in less than 2 hours. That's good time for us. Which means we have time to play the event. We have time for mini games. No, Neuvlette's fine. He only Tiny fell. Just like he only Tiny got stabbed. Alright. Alright. Oh, hi, Kinich. Alright, hi, Navia.
All right then. Time to try out Eclectic Escapades. I'll leave the strategy guide to you guys.
Alrighty. Oh, this is gonna be so fun. Unlock facility. I love Gentleman Usher here. Oh, I'm so excited. I love mini games. Is that 160 Mora for tickets? Okay, wait. Someone needs to do. I know people have done the conversion for how much Mora actually would be worth, but like 160's gotta be a lot regardless, right? Or like, okay, well, how expensive is sugar? Now I'm curious. Oh, I can already tell this is gonna be so fun. I love collect coin events. I know people were complaining about how so many of the events are just collect coin or do battle, but like, I love collect coin events. Let me collect coin. It's fun. The little dings of collecting the coins immediately gives me like major dopamine boost, which is incredible. Oh, this is so cool. So I'd probably praise anything that comes out of Fontaine. Hi, Mr. Coin. Oh, that was so cool. Yeah, ticket price 160 is ridiculous. It's gotta be. Or like, how much is sugar? Now I'm really questioning this.
Ah, both of you seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run didn't disappoint.
The challenge format is super easy to get into, and it ties in perfectly with the film
Remy
themes.
hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out, she might just be hooked. We should check out the film that it's based on.
No, don't put that in the universe. Fontaine can never disappoint.
Great job, Paimon. That's exactly what our enthusiast friends were hoping you'd say. They'd be beyond delighted to hear that visitors are curious about the films that inspired these attractions. Some have even been willing to contribute extra funds out of their own pockets. Where budgets have allowed, of course.
Out of their own pockets?
That's right.
Oh my.
While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth materials and rental fees, many fans have personally funded promotional materials and related merchandise. The cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense.
No, that was you. I said Fontaine never disappoints. You said it might.
By film characters. Take our official mascot, Sir Intendant Chevalmoran, for instance. She won second place in the last most popular character poll for the comic film category, and was even dubbed the pinnacle of round bouncy cuteness.
Aww.
Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image, using the highest quality fabrics and hiring the most skilled artisans to mass produce them.
Dude, I want to crochet Farina's little guys. If I could find plush yarn in the correct colors, I might do that. And I mean, I was gonna say I'd be concerned about finding a pattern, but honestly, they're kind of just Intendant Chevalmoran is just a seahorse, basically. She's fairly simple. And Gentleman Usher is just a four-legged octopus. I believe he only has four legs. Mademoiselle Crabiletta would probably be the most difficult, but I feel like I could just do embroidery for her details. A wicked reference? Hold on, let me remind myself what I titled the compilation of the Mondstadt stream. There's something very wrong going on in Mondstadt. Oh, there is like either a song or a lyric in Wicked that's like there's something really wrong in Oz, right? I'm being so completely honest here. I have never fully listened to Wicked. I have heard like Defying Gravity and What Is This Feeling? I have never actually listened to the full musical, despite how much I like musicals. I've just never gotten around to listening to all of Wicked. So, accidental Wicked reference, sure. Accidental greatness.
These cushions will officially go on sale at the next convention alongside lots of similar products.
Now that you mention it, I kind of want one too. Shouldn't Farina be getting a sizable cut?
Don't worry. As Surintendant Cheval Moran's guardian and official image rights
Aww.
agent, Farina's already getting 60% of the sales revenue.
Ah. Okay. Then I guess accidental Wicked reference in my Mondstadt Our Conquest title. That was a complete accident. I was just like, how do we allude to the chaos in Mondstadt? Ah, something very wrong in Mondstadt.
After all, the fans are doing this voluntarily. Not for profit, but to promote Surintendant Cheval Moran's adorable image.
She is very adorable.
The more Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Surintendant Cheval Moran's meals will be. And who wouldn't be happy to hear that?
Aww, that's adorable.
Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that. Everyone working hard for something they all love without worrying about profit.
Oh, so this event is almost anti-capitalist. There is still like spend money, but like it's all for the betterment of Surintendant Cheval Moran's life.
Still, we can't just ignore Mora completely. Whether it's fan creations or official commercial projects, financial balance is still necessary.
Yeah, we gotta at least break even.
The same logic applies to the Cheval Moran film Fantasyland taken as a whole. Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, our attractions can officially be open to the public. But we can't take personal charge of the ticketing process. There's plenty of work to do at the various booths, and the park itself is a work in progress. We'll need to assign dedicated employees to maintain and manage each attraction.
Well, now that you're talking about this, I'm gonna Google how much sugar costs in Genshin Impact.
Many applications, and each candidate has their strengths. Our job is to match the best candidates to each attraction based on their overall performance. Once assigned, the staff will keep the attractions running, ensuring a continuous revenue stream.
Okay, wait, so sugar runs for 450 Mora in Genshin. I think, how much do we pay for a pound of sugar? I don't shop, so I'm very much not super sure, so I'm Googling that right now. I don't actually go shopping because I get super stressed and nervous and I hate it. Also, I have a weak immune system, and every time I enter Walmart, I get sick. I wish this was a joke. It's not. Unfortunately, though, I have a feeling I'm gonna need warm weather clothes, which means I'm gonna have to go shopping, and I hate shopping. Hold on. Okay. Okay, sugar costs the price I'm pulling from here, sugar costs like a normal bag of sugar costs $3.46. Which means so the tickets are $160. So the tickets would be like what, 50 cents? Oh, then that's very friendly ticket prices.
Wait, so being playtesters to heads of human resources? That's definitely a first for us.
I have a very high standard when it comes to reviewing resumes.
Just don't hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? You can't expect everyone else to be as capable as you. Alright, time to review some resumes. Fingers crossed we'll get some exceptional candidates.
Alright. Where do I review resumes? Why did I just try to pronounce resumes with an M? Helen Constantine Shala? Yeah, no, like, okay, the tickets are per ride, it seems like, but still, like, 50 cents for a ride of that caliber is very fair. Okay, we got staff. What if I don't want Helen? What if I don't want her? What if I wanna hire someone else? Ah, I hate tutorials. But if I made a mistake.
This particular employee is really getting into their role.
Okay, that's good. Wishing them success on the job.
You're both doing great. You sound more like bosses than I do. In any case, with this,
Dude, I
the
haven't been to a theme park in years.
Officially open.
I think the last time I went to a theme park was when I turned 13, which was 6 years ago. Damn, it's been a while. That was also when the only allergy that had popped up was my allergy to milk. I could still eat most normal foods. But yeah, no, the last theme park I went to was Six Flags, and I think that was for my 13th birthday. I've not been to a theme park in a while.
Running a theme park is a long-term project. You won't make much if you try and rush it. We're just about done with our current work setup, so let's take a short break and wait for this cycle's revenue report to come in.
All right. Oh, this is exactly like the potion event.
Well, the numbers might not look that impressive, but given that we're just getting the ball rolling, I'd say that wasn't a bad start. Building on this momentum, we must consider rolling out more unique business strategies during the next cycle. To draw in the crowds, I've invited one of Fontaine's very... She'll be performing right here in the amusement park's restaurant.
Performing?
On that note...
So, is the restaurant part of our business strategy too?
Ah, this is fun. I like talking, but I want to play the more games. Let me do game. Let me do game. Want game.
The restaurant is up to standard, and the waterside location will make for a unique dining experience.
Oops. Oh wow, I looked away for 5 seconds and she stopped talking and I thought I was done. Ah.
Looks like we're ready to rumble.
Hey there, Escoffier.
Oh, my employers are here. The president of the Spina di Rasula, plus the famous traveler and Paimon. I must say, you seem a bit overqualified to be running a film-themed amusement park.
I'd say that if anyone here was overqualified, it would be the former head chef of the Hotel de Boer.
I think we're all overqualified here.
An aroma of fine cuisine follows in your wake.
Let's get back to business. I'm guessing you want the traveler to help me decide the theme dish for each cycle, right?
Theme dish?
This is the business strategy I mentioned earlier. Using Escoffier's top-tier dishes to attract more visitors to the park. But this isn't just about attracting visitors. Her culinary masterpieces will surely have other surprising effects.
Ooh.
Just imagine, Paimon. If all you needed was a single ticket to enjoy all the attractions and taste all the legendary food,
Whoa.
wouldn't you be tempted?
Oh, wait, damn. How is this theme park making a profit if a single ticket for the entire park was only 50 cents? Wow, this really is a steal.
Then Paimon come every single day.
Do you do annual
Here's
passes?
the twist. To get the most out of this strategy, the menu can't be made public.
Oh.
Based on research by a certain food branding consultant, many restaurants have started offering a special chef surprise dish.
Wait, who's a certain food brand and consultant? That feels like a reference to a character, but I can't place it.
So give me some inspiration every few business cycles, and I'll decide on our next theme dish. Now then,
Okay.
give me your hand.
My hand?
A warm and energetic feel. Your hands are calloused from wielding your sword, but still quite delicate. When you grasp its hilt, it's like you're holding the bow of a violin. A sword, then.
Well, thank you,
The
then.
theme this time shall be strength. All right, let's find out what strength looks like in gastronomical form.
Oh! It's real sleeve dish, but not the fancy version.
I've refined the sauce for these barbecue ribs. It's a richer flavor than the classic version, but not at all greasy.
Ooh. As long as there's no pink, I'll try bite.
The mint extract in the seasoning leaves a refreshing aftertaste. Perfect for
Oh.
indulging yourself after a fun-filled day.
I don't know if I'd like mint on meat. That feels icky.
But if you ask me, I'd say the artisans need these more than the guests.
The artisans?
As I'm sure you've noticed, this park isn't quite finished. A serving of these barbecue ribs should help the artisans replenish their strength much more quickly. As their bosses, you have an obligation to provide meals for them. So why not invite them to dine here? Who knows? The morale boost might even improve their productivity.
Oh? If I recall correctly, you once served up some special fish and chips for the porters over at the Fleuve Centre. For several days after, the workers were all incredibly efficient. They'd finish 8 hours of work in just 5. And then, because they clocked out early, they'd come back completely refreshed the next day.
I never went back to work completely refreshed. I always went to work exhausted. That could be in part due to the fact that I would stay up till like 3 hours before work. It also could be the fact that there were days that I was working open to close. And that was like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Also, that was against the law because I was not permitted to work that many hours. My boss was breaking the law.
Then there's no time to lose. Go invite the artisans over while these ribs are still hot. I'll prepare some side dishes and desserts too.
That's a great idea! You really live up to your reputation, Escoffier. Looks like these themed dishes are gonna make...
Okay, this is fun, but I wanna
ready to roll thanks to that themed dish.
I wanna play more
Perfect timing, too.
more things.
Let's take this chance to take the facilities of our eclectic escapade.
Oh, we're charging more for tickets now.
We should be able to attract more customers.
That's right. Based on my business experience, an attraction will reach its ideal revenue only when that happens. We can deploy more
I wanna test more events.
Whew. That should be everything. Looks...
Huh? Have we really? Thinking about it, we have learned quite a lot, haven't we?
Just goes to show how well Navia explained it all.
Not at all. I wouldn't say I taught you much. I imagine long-term operation, but don't let that scare you. Just break things down into smaller steps and tap.
Whoa, seeing your own progress has really got Paimon fired. From here on out, we'll be running the Chevron.
Yay, now I can do stuff and I can test stuff. Yay. I can finally do the game. And rewards. Give me reward. Give me primo gems. The primo gems will be going towards probably Emily, honestly. She'll probably be the next 5-star I pull for. Ooh, we can unlock new event, new game. Finally. Unlock facility. Ooh. Farina! Oh wait, that's me. I got so excited. I thought Farina was here visiting, but nope, that was just me. Alright, let's test it out. And honestly, I probably will end after I test this event. The setup to test the games took so long. And it's getting late. But we will be back for more tomorrow. More story. Ooh. Ah! This is fun. Ooh. I fell in the water. That's not lore accurate. Farina can walk on water. I got hit a lot there. Owie. Oh. What was I supposed to do there? Oh, I guess slow everything down. Ooh. Yeah, no, that's completely fair. I'm gonna finish this and then head to. Yeah, probably not that. It'll probably stay up for a little longer because insomnia. But I'll end up and I'll end stream and just do my own stuff for a little longer. I'm not sure if I'll keep playing the mini games off stream. I might, but who knows? But yeah, I am going to wrap it up here for the night. It is nearly midnight. Logic says I should sleep. We finished the story, which is what I really wanted to do tonight. And we will be back tomorrow for more story. More story stuff. We have a whole new chapter of the story to do tomorrow. That'll be exciting. So yeah, for now,